Hi there, and thank you for watching this September edition of the Animal Services Pawcast. Now, this show is designed to give you an inside look at the activities taking place here at El Paso Animal Services. So let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this month's episode. Coming up, we'll tell you how you can score big with our latest sports-themed adoption promotion. We'll also let you know how Animal Services was able to adopt hundreds of pets in just one day last month. And finally, we'll tell you how you can support animal-related relief efforts following the devastating flooding brought on by Hurricane Harvey. But before we get to all that, let's take a look at how our live release rate measured up in the month of August. Last month, Animal Services had a live release rate of 75%. Now, this is an increase from our previous month where the live release rate was slightly lower at 73%. Now, our goal here at Animal Services is to have an average live release rate of 90% or higher by the end of 2020. One of our events in August that helped contribute to that increasing live release rate was our Clear the Shelters adoption event. This event is part of a nationwide adoption push that urges shelters across the country to empty their kennels through reduced adoption fees. Animal Services completely waived fees for this event, and the result was record-breaking as we shattered our single-day adoption record with 239 adoptions. The Animal Services staff tried some new things to help improve the adoption process for this event, and the new process definitely paid off.
I have to give them credit. They looked at the last adoption event and came up with some processes that streamlined it for the customer, to include our numbering system and basically how we organize ourselves throughout the event.
In addition to these process improvements, Clear the Shelters also resulted in great connection stories, like this one with this pup named Lucky.
You could see the connection right away with her, and she just was so appreciative of how lucky she was to find her, and that's why she was going to name that dog Lucky.
To find out about all of our upcoming adoption events, like us on Facebook. Just search for El Paso Animal Services. Also in August, we were able to reconnect a kitty with her family after being away from them for more than 7 years. You might remember Princess Peach. We told you about her last month after Animal Services was able to track down her original owners through her microchip. The Castleman family lost her back in 2010 when they were stationed at Fort Bliss. Though they looked for her day after day back then, they were unable to find her. Now, Animal Services recently found Princess Peach, but the Castlemans now live in New York. After several weeks of planning and a few weeks in temporary foster, Princess Peach is now with her family after one of our staffers escorted her all the way to the Northeast.
We really appreciate everything you guys have done to bring Princess Peach back home. It's awesome.
We want to wish the Castlemans the very best as they reconnect with their furry friend after being separated for so long. Also a good reminder to make sure your information is current on your microchip. Well, if you're looking for a pet of your own, September is a great time to do so. This month, Animal Services is hosting a Welcome Home Your New MVP adoption special. During the entire month of September, adoption fees will be reduced to just $20 for dogs and $5 for cats. This sports-themed event is perfect for any family that is looking for a new friend to huddle up with as the football season kicks off. And speaking of unique themed adoption events, Animal Services held its first Firehouse Adoption event last month. Our Firefighters and Furry Friends event was held at Fire Station 17 in the Mission Valley. By partnering with the El Paso Fire Department, Animal Services is able to hold adoption events in neighborhood firehouses, bringing adoptable pets right to the community. This initial event, held on August 31st, was a lot of fun, and Animal Services will be holding additional firehouse adoption events throughout the year. To find out when our next event will be, just like us on Facebook. Well, before we move on in our podcast, I got a quick joke for you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
A new door.
New door who?
A new door into the cat room. Okay, that didn't make sense, but it is true. The Animal Services cat room now has a new door meant to make it easier for customers to see our adoptable cats. Now, if you have visited us in the past, you know that the entrance to the cat room used to be down the hallway and tucked away in the back. Now, it didn't make much sense and was not very customer friendly, so after some discussion between staff, we thought it was time for a makeover of sorts that will hopefully lead to more exposure for our perfect pets. The cat room entrance can now be accessed through the main lobby, which makes it easier for everyone. Well, that does it for us on this September edition of the Animal Services Pawcast. But before we go, we want to let you know how you can help support the thousands of homeless pets that were brought on by Hurricane Harvey. One of the main organizations helping in the storm region is our national partner, the Best Friends Animal Society. Now, to see everything they are doing in the storm region, just visit their website at bestfriends.org or like them on Facebook. Now, on both of these pages, you will find information about their relief efforts, but you will also see a section where you can donate if you choose to do so. Again, we want to thank you for being a friend and a partner to El Paso Animal Services.